Hey besties, today we are doing a retro wave drip custom template from Telebox Crafts. But before we get started, let me welcome you to our YouTube channel, Misfit Makers Besties. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms and click that subscribe button so you'll be notified of any new content. And go ahead and check out our website and our Patreon as well. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to be using this amazing vinyl from Peachy Olive Glitters. It is a clear white cast vinyl. It is, of course, the infamous or the famous Christmas cakes. And I'll be using Big D's tacky tape and a 32-ounce plump from the Tipsy Magnolia. So here it is hard to see, but I've already cut out the template on the tacky tape. And you can find this template at the Telebox Crafts. The other thing I did after cutting the tacky tape, I went ahead and trimmed around the edges because we're going to wrap this tumbler up. This is kind of like a three-step process because I am determined not to use any glitter on this cup. I know, gasp, I know. But I wanted to try something different. So I cut out the template on the tacky tape. You can see it there. Next, I'm going to apply it on my prepped 32-ounce plump from the Tipsy Magnolia. This is kind of tricky because when they're prepped, they're a little slick, so your template tends to kind of slide around. But as you see, I'm applying this template just like I would any other wrap. I removed a little piece of the tackiness on the side, and then that way I can go ahead and line it up and apply it. Sorry, I didn't mean I removed tackiness. I removed a little piece of the backing so to reveal the tackiness so it would adhere to my cup once I lined it up. Once you have it lined up, then you can go ahead and start peeling it slowly, just like you would do any other wrap, just using your little felt squeegee there. That way you don't rip it or lift up too much at a time, or you don't get bubbles. Even though this is not like a vinyl wrap, you still can get bubbles underneath your layers of tacky tape. So just make sure you go slow. Use those finger muscles if you don't have one of these felt squeegees, but these little felt squeegees make the job so much easier. As you can see, as I put this on there is going to be a couple little bubbles, and I'm going to kind of work it. Make sure that you smooth out the bottom edges and then the top edges as well as you go along. If you need to, you can go ahead and trim the bottom edge and the top edge of your tumbler with a edge trimmer, but sometimes it's not needed. Look, I'm showing here how there's some bubbles that got trapped. Just go ahead and use your pin pen just like you would vinyl and then smooth them out. After you have your tacky tape on your tumbler, then you want to also cut the same print, the same template, same size as well on your printed vinyl. We're going to use these pieces to apply onto our template. So before I even got started, oh, and I'm going to be using foils as well. Remember I said I'm going to try to avoid glitter. But before that, you want to mark your template right here. As you see, I put a V for where my vinyl is going to go. That way I'm not like second guessing myself and everything like that. Just go ahead and do it on the front end. Okay, so this is probably maybe the trickiest part. It's just a little sticky situation, okay? So you're dealing sticky with sticky. So I remove my carrier sheet of the tacky tape, and then now I'm removing the pieces of vinyl. And so the vinyl is sticky and the tacky tape is sticky. So it does pose a little challenge, but just very carefully apply it on the sections that you decide to put the vinyl. So I went around all my tumbler and applied all the vinyl pieces. Just make sure you keep track of where you're at. Also, I want to add for the tacky tape, I have a Cricut and I cut it in the washi setting, low pressure. But just be aware of how new your blade is. You may have to try a couple times until you get the settings right. But that setting always seems to work with me and my machine. And my blade is fairly kind of old. Okay, so now I've applied most of my vinyl, all the little squares. So this design is very, very busy, so be mindful of your vinyl choices and your glitter or foil choices because it could be a lot, but more is more. And so whatever your heart desires, you can go with. You can keep it really simple, or you can be really busy like I did. I probably would have gone with a smaller print if I were to make this again, because I couldn't see the whole like cake design or the Christmas cake design. So that kind of bothered me a little bit, but we're going to keep on rolling with it. Okay, so now we're going to put the little swoopy parts again. Tacky with tacky is hard, so just make sure that you're not getting stuck. Make sure you get all those little pieces that are like that, because sometimes they can get under your vinyl and then they make a little bulge and it just doesn't look cute. Again, this vinyl is clear cast white, so it's so you want to make sure you have a white background or like a glittered background, something where it's going to show up how you want it to. So here I am just applying these pieces as shown. Okay, now we're going to do the foiling part. This was really fun because it's so easy. Like, you just literally put the foil on there and it sticks to the tacky tape and you get great coverage. As long as it's sticky and you don't get anything on the stickiness, it just applies so well. So here I'm going to demonstrate. You just get your little square. You don't even have to use any special tools, but I used my little squeegee. But honestly, for most of the cup, I just used my hands and rubbed it in. Make sure you get those corners really well. No need to put glue or tack it over or anything. All you do is put it right over your tacky spot. Now keep in mind that sometimes you may get like a little bit, like little creases or little like scratches. Just embrace it. It kind of gives it like, I don't know, like a vintage look. But if you're trying to be super careful, then you may want to apply it. If you get like a little scratch, you could always go over it again with the foil and cover up the scratch again, if that makes any sense. But I just worked my way around all the little tacky pieces, and look how cute it's looking. Is it busy? Yes, it is. Very, very busy. But do I love it? Yes, I love it. It has Christmas cakes. It has pink. I love it. It's sparkly, and I haven't had to use glitter, guys. So not saying, you guys know that I love me some good glitter, but I was going to challenge myself that I was going to not put 1 ounce of glitter on this cup. I didn't even put additive in my epoxy, and I was very, very tempted. Okay, so next I'm going to go for the little swoopies. Again, I use the same pink color, and as you see there, you can pick up your foil and start from whatever, like, it will only stick to the sticky part. So even if you have to like pick up and do sections, I use every little piece of my foil. Like, I don't waste anything. So if you have to do that, it is completely fine. So just take your time and go around all your little foils, all your little swoopies. After I did my swoops, I actually did the line work on the little squares. I forgot to record it. My mama called me, and look, I'm done with the little swoopies. Oh, the red got caught there. I'm done with the swoopies. I'm done with all the pink. Next is I'm going to do the line work using nail tape. But my mom called me and I wasn't able to record it because I completely forgot. But, oh, look at me, jumping ahead. I'm actually going to do all these little pieces right there. It's still adhesive with the red to kind of line it up. That way you don't have to worry about using vinyl tape or anything. You could just use the tacky tape to adhere your foil. So again, just very carefully removing the top layer of the tacky tape and just taking it a little bit at a time, placing your foils there. Because they're tiny little lines, you may want to use your nail to kind of get them. If you notice, there's like little white pieces right there. Okay, so then I finished it, and if you see, I did the line work too using very thin nail tape. That's the nail tape I use. It's from Vinyl Fun for Everyone. And like I said, I'm sorry. I apologize for forgetting to record that. My mama called. Y'all can blame my mama. She called me, and I was just busy lining it up and forgot to press record, so I apologize. Okay, so next is the drippy drip. The drip, I'm going to use this, oh, I got stuck, this cool foil. It is like I don't even know, holographic clear icicle color. Like, I don't even know. It's super cool. I was like, oh, let me try it. I kind of, like, it already has a lot going on. So let me not add a bright color. I just wanted like a subtle shimmer. Look how cute it is. Here it is, all completed. Okay, so we got tacky tape, we got foil, we got vinyl, we got all kinds of, oh, a little, we got nail tape. We got all kinds of stuff on this. So please, 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 please take the time to quick coat it. It takes it takes 2 minutes to quick coat it all. And I promise you, you will thank me because none of your little pieces will pop up and none of your epoxy will repel. If you miss this step, I guarantee with all this that has going on with the foils and everything, it is going to repel. So after the quick coat dries, I put a coat of facet and then a coat of artist resin, and then she was done. Look how cute it is. I hope you are inspired to make your own template using foils and vinyl. And I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for all your support. Make sure to subscribe and follow. I'll see you guys next week.